We back on at the CLE Podcast Network. I got a special guest that came down to bless us. Got my nephew Jermaine down here. Uh, he's a very positive guy, young man. Got a lot going on for himself. Served the United States military. Jermaine, tell the people what part of the service you was a part of. Got to talk it to your mic though. Okay, so let me ask you this, nephew, because you and little Daniel was the only ones that out of our family been to the military. So what is it like being black in the military? So is it racism in the military? Oh man, for real. So like what? So what did you tell us with some of the stuff you may have experienced personally, not what somebody told you. Give us something you may have experienced that you felt like was a racism, something like that, or what fair. So was you? They call you a motherfucking what's that shit? Who be dropping the information? Like you wasn't one of those what's the people that be dropping the information about that you ain't supposed to drop? What's that shit called? Like Snow. What you call that person? What's that? Like telling secrets. Yeah, insider shit. Like you telling shit that's going on. So what happened when you spoke out? Would you be disciplined? See something, say something. So let me ask you this: do you recommend black men to go to the military? Okay, so what's the benefits of that?
Absolutely. I don't have to.
You can go get a job and get fucking health care.
That's true. But
You gonna get killed for fucking health care because they send you to war. Okay, so explain it to her. I want you to explain it to us, bro.
I went in when I was 17.
Right.
And I had a child.
Left a good job at the car lot, but go ahead.
General manager.
Yeah.
General manager a lot.
December 7th, 2016, I had my daughter, December 21st. So my whole thing was, how can I set up before they even come? And I got education right now. I was in school, in college. I got my CDLs, I had military. But it's so much bigger than military. It's about what you show the talent that's in the military.
Go ahead, sit over here with them.
Those endless perks that for sure don't give you. So when we talk about benefits that regular for the military, much college. I understand anybody can go to college. I ain't gonna worry about it. Just that simple. But I think I can understand Army. I didn't worry about nothing. I knew I was getting paid. I don't care if I work 6 days off. That's a big thing. Everybody that's just coming off, COVID right now that got shut down. COVID. I went at work either. He was going home just like everybody else, and I still got paid. So that's a guarantee. I took. I got out. And I'm retired. It's still an option. I'm retired. I took Amazon. My Amazon is top dog right now. They can get you in 2 months.
Right. So we talking about the military. We gonna go back to Amazon because I know that's where you're at currently. But let me ask you this: so you giving us the benefits, the pros of the shit. What's the cons of it?
It's definitely true. I think now it's getting better as far as opportunities. How you can, we definitely got a lot of regulation.
So what's that like, for example? Civilians.
It's a lot of pretty much laws, things that we govern by. The things that run the military is regulation. Saying doctrine, TM, it's a lot of discrimination in those, and they are trying actively to change it. So
like what though?
All right, females, African American, but they like box braids, like the hair, like certain styles of hair, like having a.
The military don't like all that shit.
Yes, but they're changing. I'm saying they discriminate.
I don't think that's the.
You'd be surprised. It's the little things that count. Because when
but I'm saying you fighting for the fucking military, you out of fucking war, and you ain't gonna talk about your nails or your fucking hair.
They do. You do. I'm telling you, even for so much as the females' interest, like they in the field, that was getting discriminated against. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna get one shower a week. They want more than one shower a week for that, and they're changing that. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a broader scope. PR as people, not needs. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, compared to males in the field, we don't get no shower. We get 10. You don't get the shower. I mean, you can make a shower. Make a shower. We got shower bags.
I mean, like everyone sweats.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it's about accommodation. For accommodation, didn't want to so recognizing terminology and discriminative sort of but it's just I think it's getting better.
So have the influx of females increased to the military since the change in policies have taken place?
I don't want to say yes. I don't think so because all across the board, the military's hurting right now. So I would say no to that. It's not due to the policy change. I think that's more of the mindset that my generation after me, they don't care about the military. That's people like me, they're older than me. order to be got a sense of purpose when we got military. We might not know somebody that's directly in the military, you know, 1%, but we value it's really honest.
I never
So,
knew that.
you know, I think all of us, we value that in the military, value what comes with younger. You know, because they can get on TikTok and they can 100,000 easy. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, I'm about to get up at 5 o'clock and I'm about to listen to you. But I don't know. People don't even listen to their parents. So what they look like listen to somebody else.
So true.
So it's just the concept of that. Just same thing with police.
Yeah, the police don't like.
Let's go ahead.
Even though they never violated us.
It's definitely better, but still very opportunity.
You gotta add this.
I have a family full of veterans.
Back on, y'all. Sorry for the technical difficulty. We just coming back for the 2024 season. We apologize. But we got a black screen, so we'll sign out right here. Got to go all the way off the G. Oh, it's back on there? Is we still on? Oh, yeah, we still on. Okay, Tamara, I got a question for you. Okay, so here we go right here. We got a young man that's just served this country. He been in the military. He came home. He's back home. So now he has wife, kids. He has to provide for his family. So instead of him turned into a life of crime, he went and got a job at Amazon for right now, temporarily, because it is hard. He know he's an entrepreneur. He come from a family of entrepreneurs. But the thing is, without the financing, the financial means, he has to come up with a way until he can make a way. So what would you recommend, guys, that hasn't had the opportunity that Jermaine had, who want to take advantage of a situation? What would you recommend them to do? What type of direction? Because you're all about the community and about the guys. We got one sitting in front of you. What do you recommend to people that may be listening? Some of his friends, or some of your daughter's friends, or some of my kids' friends that may be listening. What would you recommend them to do now that they're back home?
Back home from military, well, and I don't know. I'm from the outside looking in. What I pay attention to with my own self. You know, when I was in the job market, I do see there's always a section that asks if you are a veteran. I do know
They do always ask you that too.
Veterans are given preferences to jobs, but even more so than that, not necessarily want to go into.
They back off. Go ahead, I'm listening to me.
Yeah, want to go into.
We still live, even though the camera's
Working
on.
for someone else, but
They
I
on.
will say this: even what a lot of young people and just people in general don't realize being an entrepreneur is that it takes a lot of time, and more time than it would take to work for someone else, even though the benefits are always going to be greater than what you create for yourself and build for yourself. I would say just take into account what your personal situation is and your responsibilities is, but to always have A, B, C, D, and E to my children, and to never give up on your goals, but in having goals, you have to have a plan, even with client, you have to have strategies in place to be able to achieve your, your goals and a solid plan. So that I would say to don't cheat yourself by thinking you just have a brilliant idea and even some money or whatever. Actually take the time to write your vision. Even the Bible speaks of that. But there is no vision that people perish. And then you have to write your vision down. And with writing things down, you're able to kind of keep up with where you are in that process. And there's a lot of fields and things, that we are not, as Black people, especially taking advantage of, because we've kind of gotten away from some of the grassroots things like I focus on my business, which is agriculture. People don't really realize the possibilities and opportunities that's in agriculture. If you just go as far as to look into the florist industry, florists have to get their money, get their products from farmers who grow flowers. They can't grow them all right there, in-house. Home Depot has to buy flowers to deliver. Um, Even a lot of families and stuff that I know personally that have the land. I talk to I'm getting tired of paying taxes and this, that, and the but how much of an investment would it be to develop your land to produce a cash crop in order to sell it to make money? It's like any other business. So I would say, for anybody, just not, it's looking for opportunities. Look in areas that are not as popular, like agriculture, even dealing with, livestock, it may sound funny, beekeeping, things of that nature. USDA are getting money, big money, individuals to start beekeeping and, and feel, things that are dealing in agriculture. So that nature, we have to expand our to some of this grassroots opportunities.
Well, listen, y'all. I want to give thanks to both of you guys for coming to the CLE Podcast Network and expressing yourself. This is our first episode for the year. This is my first episode of the Love, Honor, Respect. So, I got two people on this podcast that I've been knowing. Both of them, I've been knowing both of them all their lives. You know what I'm saying? And my nephew Jermaine, he's like a star in our eyes. He may not know that, but from our family, like he's like a gold child because he didn't follow the life of crime and the life of negativity that some of us may have followed when we was growing up as teenagers and as young adults. He chose to follow his own route and to do his own thing, just as well as you, Tamara. You know what I'm saying? You came through a hard life where you'd have been dead several times, and God then brought you back to life. And we here talking on the podcast. So I want to thank both of you guys for coming out, supporting the CLE Podcast Network. We want to give a shout out to my main man, Clee, at the top of the line. Y'all come and see him because this is his platform. He got us on here. He the one that's paid for all of this shit. Everything is provided by the CLE Podcast Network. So shout out to Clee, the OG. And we going to see y'all soon. We got other things coming up in 2024. So stay tuned. Thank y'all and good